Make yourself happy and do it with no regrets. Happiness is a gift from life that you should protect daily. Doing this will help you see more of the pleasant things in life, even in the face of the toughest of challenges. Life is a journey full of ups and downs, and everyone will have a share of joy, sadnesses, disappointment, and other kinds of feelings associated with living. Moreover, each encounter can help you discover how to make yourself happy. The secret to navigating through life's challenge is by remaining happy intentionally and always wearing a smile, because sadness doesn't have so many problems. It only makes a person so miserable that they won't be able to think of solutions to the issues being faced. It's important to know ways to make yourself happy irrespective of the situation you are currently facing. James O'Panion once wrote, "The foolish man seeks happiness in the distance. The wish grows it under his feet." That said, it's no surprise that most of the things you can do to make yourself happy revolve around finding happiness in yourself and not from other people. When you make your happiness dependent on someone else, you are well likely to get disappointed a lot. Likewise, when you attach your happiness to material things, you will never find happiness until you get that particular material thing you seek. And here are 11 things you can do to make yourself happy. Do you know that little voice in your head you have conversations with? You control it even though it feels like a different entity sometimes. You are happy when people say nice things, and it's the same when you say nice things to yourself. If you tell yourself that you are miserable, your brain will believe that, and that will make you sad. In contrast, when you say nice things to yourself, your mind reads that as a compliment, and that will raise your mood and make you happy. So to make yourself happy, it's very important to always say nice things to yourself, even when you do something silly. People sometimes put a lot of pressure on themselves by setting their goals alongside a certain age. You hear people say things like, "I should be earning six figures at the age of 27," or "I should be married at 25," and similar things. If these things fail, they begin to hate themselves or feel ashamed of themselves. This feeling is one of the significant causes of depression. People get depressed because they are unable to achieve unrealistic goals. It is essential to accept the way you are at every point and keep working toward your goals. No time is too late to achieve anything you want to make yourself happy. Social media on its own has increased the pressure people feel when they see their mates posting their success. You should learn to find happiness in the little things life has offered you, yourself, your family, and many other simple things. Some people beat themselves up for so long when they make a mistake or do something wrong. When you beat yourself up for too long for a mistake, you begin to hate yourself for a mistake you made, and you can never make yourself happy when you hate yourself. The right thing to do when you make a mistake is to sit down and have a complete analysis of the whole issue. If you're wrong, admit your fault and ask yourself questions like, "How can I be better next time?" Don't forgive yourself with a promise that when faced with a similar situation, you'll make the right choice. It is important to know if you are determined to know how to make yourself happy. In life, certain people want to make you feel bad about yourself every single time. Sometimes these are people we hold in high regard and have a lot of respect for. They can be family members, partners, friends, colleagues, and a workplace, etc. These people see no good in people are toxic to people around them. Such people will only make you unhappy whenever you have close contact with them. Therefore, it's important to stay away from them if you want to be happy. If a person doesn't make you happy, then it will do you a lot of good if you stay away from them and find more positive people. The numerous benefits of eating healthy by consuming less sugar and junk, eating more vegetables, exercising regularly, and taking supplements cannot be overemphasized. Apart from making you healthy, they make you look better, and look better translates to you loving yourself more. Working on maintaining overall health is a form of self-love as it's going to benefit you both physically and mentally. However, when you sleep up, you shouldn't go hard on yourself. A good number of people get very angry at themselves when they eat what they are not supposed to eat or drink what they are not supposed to. It's okay to have that less healthy food your body craves as long as you don't make it a habit. This is one very important part of how to make yourself happy that a lot of people skip. Some people don't believe that there is a need to spoil themselves sometimes. They will instead get the best stuff for their partners, family members, and even friends, but when it comes to spending on themselves, it becomes a very difficult thing to do. They will buy the cheapest clothes, shoes, and accessories for themselves, even though they would instead want a much more expensive one. If you can afford the best clothing, then buy them for yourself and make yourself happy. You should make it a part of you to always put yourself first. Try to spend money to get what you want regardless of the price today, and see how happy it makes you feel. As a human being, where you spend most of your time should be made to be very neat and furnished to your taste. This may sound unnecessary, but studies have shown that you sleep better in an elegant, beautiful room and comfortable bed than you will in an untidy room. Likewise, people tend to be more productive working in an orderly and neat office. Aside from these benefits, being in a place that's as comfortable as you want it to be will give you happiness that will affect your total well-being. So buy that comfortable bed that has been on your mind, or that furniture or appliance you have always wanted to buy if you want to be happy every day. In an ever-busy world, it's very impossible to forget about fun and just be all about work. Irrespective of how much you earn from your work or how much you enjoy your job, the human brain is programmed to get weary when the same activity is performed day after day without taking time to wind up and brace. Having fun now and then is very beneficial as it gives the brain the much needed rest it deserves after a while of working, and it also improves your mood and makes you happier. So take time away from work and go for vacations, the beach, or any other place of interest that will keep your mind away from work for the time being. Some people get so occupied with their work that they forgot to eat sometimes, thereby making them skip a meal or, in the worst case scenario, 2 meals. This is a habit large of number of people are guilty of today. This is a very unloving habit to do yourself. Don't ever be so busy that you won't have time to eat. However, the possibility of actually being so busy cannot be ignored, but a meal should not be skipped even if you end up eating sometimes very light. It's better than nothing. When you stop skipping meals, you'll be surprised to see the effect that can have on your overall mood. That said, it's essential to eat every meal as it's essential in knowing how to be happy always. Helping people who are in dire need also has a way of making you happy. It's essential to show love and care to the vulnerable members of society. This act of kindness has a way of making you feel fulfilled and happier after doing them. Take a portion of your salary and give to the homeless, the sick, and all the people who need help around you, and watch how the joy you choose them through your gesture find a way of coming back to you. Learning a new thing is just a tiny part of the work. Applying what has been learned is where the real challenge lies, and that's where a lot of people falter. Happiness is something every human should not be deprived of. A life without happiness is a slow one to live. These 11 tips have shown a couple of predicates that can be applied to your every life to make yourself happy and help keep a smile on face even when there is nothing much to smile about. That's all for this video. If you liked video, don't forget to like and subscribe us.